And welcome to this week's High Bid Husker football show. Nebraska, for the first time since 1995, opened up the season with back-to-back road games, dropping one on Saturday to Northwestern 21-13. I got to imagine pretty frustrated group as you walked off the field on Saturday in Evanston, Coach.
Yeah, we were all disappointed. Nobody more than our coaching staff. It's a game we certainly had opportunities to win.
Time for our Text the Coach a Question segment, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Ron in Hastings wants to know, Coach, I thought the defense played pretty tough. It looks like they've made a lot of progress from last year to this year. Your thoughts about that?
Yeah, we were licking our wounds yesterday and last night. Greg, when you come in and watch the tape, there's a lot of things we can fix and a lot of things to be enthusiastic about. We got some young players playing really well. That's going to help our team. Certainly through 2 weeks, I think our defense has made great improvements and great strides, and I think we played two really good defenses on the other side of the ball. Nobody's happy with the results right now, but there's a lot to be excited about.
Ron, thanks for your question. Reminder, you can text Coach a question for next week's show, thanks to our partner, U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Huskers. We're back with first quarter action from the Huskers game against the Cats. That is next. Welcome back to the High Bid Husker football show. Nebraska took on Northwestern on Saturday in Evanston. Let's get into the first quarter action. Huskers win the coin toss. Your thoughts about this opening drive for your offense?
Thought we started out well again on offense. We've been really successful in our first drive on offense lately, and this looked like it was going to be the same way, and a couple self-inflicted wounds killed this drive, but love the energy we came out with, got a couple people involved early. Got a couple really good runs, and all week we preached not doing anything to beat ourselves, and we did on this first drive. We got down here and jumped off sides on a 1st and 10, got a bad holding call, put ourselves behind the sticks, and in a game like this you can't give away points, and we did it too many times.
So now your defense out there. Luke Reimer makes an early impact on this game. He really played well for you from that linebacking spot.
Tell you what, there's a lot of young guys that got their first major action and played really well. Unfortunate on this first drive, some of the guys on kind of their first playing time played this play wrong. This coming up, got cracked by a receiver here, didn't crack replace fast enough, and then took a bad angle. After that, some of those young plays played a phenomenal game. So I think they were just getting some of those first game jitters out, but I was really impressed with how those guys operated.
Drake Anderson from 41 yards gives the Cats a 7-0 lead. Your second offensive series, unable to move it, a 3-and-out, missed the slant there. So your defense right back out there. Ty Robinson, another one of your young guys that seems to be making a lot of plays for your football team.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of young guys I'm really excited about right now, along with some veterans. Luke Reimer played well, Nick Henrich played well, thought Garrett played well, Ty Robinson on defense, Miles and Q. A lot of guys that we're going to count on for a long time.
Another 3-and-out for your offense. Northwestern gets a shorter field. They move it within field goal range, but miss the kick to keep it a 7-0 lead. You got adequate pressure, it seemed at times, on the quarterback Ramsey in this game. Yeah,
adequate. Still got to get a little more pass rush out of a 4-man pass rush. We did a good job generating some. Thought JoJo played well. We had our opportunities to be ahead in this game and be in control of it in the first quarter. And just kind of when the defense was playing well, we didn't capitalize offensively and needed a couple extra stops and didn't get them. And we got to flip the page on that.
Good throw there to Austin Allens. We're getting late in the first quarter, still a 7-0 game. Adrian with a nice run there. So 7-0 Northwestern at the end of the first quarter on the game at Ryan Field in Evanston. Back with quarter number 2. That's coming up next. We are back on the High Bid Husker football show, looking back at Nebraska's game on Saturday against Northwestern. Let's go to the second quarter. You call a quarterback draw here. Adrian ran well, over 100 yards rushing for you in this game.
Yeah, I tell you what, Adrian plays his butt off for us and did a lot of good things. We just made a few too many mistakes, some at that position and some at others. But we needed to capitalize on some of these drives. I'm not happy at all with us getting the ball inside their red zone so many times and coming away with so few points. That's happened a little too often, and we got to be able to finish drives.
Connor Culp Field goal from 38 makes it 7-3. Now your defense forces a turnover, a deflected ball that Miles Farmer picks off.
Yeah, he's one of the young guys that I thought played exceptionally well when pressed into action. Here's another one, Marcus Fleming, to get the drive started. It's hard to hit a lot of deep shots against them. They're really disciplined. They keep everything in front of them. They rally to the ball and tackle well. I was really impressed with their defense. But again, here we have the ball down at their 10-yard line, and we need to punch those in and get points. And it's just one little thing here or there, a missed block, a lack of execution somewhere. We got to capitalize on those, and we'll be working hard on red zone this week.
The Culp 36-yard field goal makes it 7-6. You stop them quickly on downs, get the football back, and we see Marvin Scott, a freshman running back, on this drive. And, man, is he a good-looking athlete.
Yeah, Marvin's done a good job. It's tough to come in as a freshman in the Big Ten and play, and he's just continued to improve and get better, and he's going to be a playmaker for us.
Yeah, he's a good-looking player. Here he is with a carry around the right side for a first down on a 2nd and 1 for you. But this drive ends up with a missed field goal, so you're still down by a point. But your defense, as Northwestern's trying to play out the clock here in the first half, forces another turnover coming up here in a play or two, with Miles Farmer making a terrific read, jumping a route for you.
Yeah, to start it off, you got to stop the run. I think we've been doing a lot better job so far this year in the run game and taking away people's first and second down plays, and that puts us in good situations. It's a great play by Miles, and this led to our touchdown, and offense did a good job punching this one in.
Yeah, Mills finds the end zone from 4 yards out, does a good job of stretching out here, and you have the lead now, 13-7, still with a minute and a half to go in the first half of football on a really pretty day in Evanston. Temperatures in the 70s for this one today. You almost get another turnover before halftime as Luke Reimer races around the edge, knocks the ball loose, but it bounced back to the quarterback for Northwestern. He had 10 tackles in the day, and you had a bunch of momentum in this football game at this point.
Boy, we had our chances. I'm sick to my stomach about it. These are the games we have to win as a football team, and as we continue maturing as a football team, improving as a coaching staff, these are the games we got to come away with.
13-7 score at the half. The Huskers had the lead. We're back with the third quarter action. That's coming up next. We are back on the High Bid Husker Football Show. Nebraska with a 13-7 lead at the half. Northwestern gets the football to start the second half. Had a pretty good kick return to get the ball out to the 40, and then they have a pretty good mix of run and pass to drive it down and take the lead.
Yeah, we didn't have very many missed tackles on the day. There was one. 2 of their touchdowns came off a long punt return and a long kickoff return, and we emphasized to our guys how important that is. It's really important in a close game against a team like this, and you certainly can't give them short fields.
Here's a third down conversion for them. Northwestern on the day, 7 of 16 on third down conversions. Ramsey, who's a good enough athlete to hurt you with his legs, does here to get the ball down inside the 10. And the Cats find the tight end here in the back of the end zone to grab a 14-13 lead. Your offense, with your first drive, unable to move it, and that was probably frustrating because you want to try to answer a team's drive with one of your own.
Yeah, we started ourselves off again with a little bit of lack of discipline and put ourselves behind the 8 ball. Had a chance here on a deep ball. Probably should have taken a little air off that and hit him a little quicker. But, we got to capitalize on offense, and I give them a lot of credit. I think that's a really good defense we played. But we did enough in that game to score the points we needed to win.
Your defense gets the ball right back, a 3-and-out on Northwestern's offensive possession here, and did a nice job of keeping you in the game down just by a point. When you get the football back, you were deep in your own end facing 3rd and long, and Adrian has a terrific scramble to get you a first down and get you out of a hole after this drive for the Cats comes to an end here with some pretty solid defense.
Yeah, again, really impressed with the effort on defense. We didn't have hardly any loafs, plays that were lack of effort, very few breaks in our discipline and assignments. This is kind of just a little bit of the story of our offense right now. We make plenty of big plays and plenty of outstanding plays to move the ball well. but we just got to be more consistent so these drives end up in points.
2 long runs by Adrian to get you on their side of the 50. And then coming up here in a few minutes is a throw I know Adrian would like to have back.
Yeah, this was disappointing. It's just not how we practice this at all. The ball was supposed to go to an out ball if they rolled the cover 3. If it was too high, we were going to pull up and hit that one quick, and you can't throw the ball over the middle of the field late.
So Northwestern not able to do it. A 3 and out for your defense. Your defense had 4 of those on the day, and you go to Luke McCaffrey at this point in the game.
Yeah, I just kind of felt like we needed a spark. Both those kids are great kids, good players, 2 of the best athletes on our whole team. We needed more than 13 points at this point, and I thought putting in Luke might give us a little bit of a spark.
14-13 the score after 3. We're back with the fourth quarter as you continue to watch the High Bid Husker Football Show. We welcome you back to the High Bid Husker Football Show. Fourth quarter about to come up. Huskers down by a point, facing 3rd and long. You just have a quarterback draw here. Luke showed off his wheels. Darn near picked up the 30 yards for the first down, but you did have to punt the ball away. We're not going to show it, but you give up a big punt return, which allows them to start this drive at your 44-yard line.
Yeah, we just didn't do a good job covering it. It was kicked to the wrong hash. There was miscommunication there, things that can't happen, and that starts with us as coaches.
All right, now they drive it down here. They get a touchdown pass to Riley Lees. It looked like you're going to shut this drive down here. They've got 3rd down, but able to convert a big 3rd and 9 to keep the drive alive, and then they score on the next play to go up by 8.
Yeah, and the score should have been a lot different before this. Certainly got to finish this drive defensively and step up when we need it, but defense played plenty well enough for us to be in the lead at that point.
Now we see Xavier Betts for the first time. You got him on the field. He made a couple catches for you.
Yeah, we got some pretty special athletes on offense right now. A lot of them are young. A lot of them missed a little bit of time for one reason or another through camp, and we're trying to get those guys integrated, and the speed of those guys kind of changes our offense a little, and we're going to continue to try to get those guys involved.
There's Marcus Fleming. He had 5 catches in the day and then a throw I'm sure Luke would like to have back as well as he gets picked off on a deflection in the end zone.
Yeah, things that can't happen. We should have scored already on that, and we had a missed block and then a missed assignment. That pushed us back. Tried to throw the ball in the end zone, had the tight end open, and then ball was thrown a little too low and hit a defensive lineman or offensive lineman in the head, and again, more points that we should have had.
Northwestern able to get a couple of first downs, work some clock. You finally get it back. You need to go 92 yards to try to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but you have a really nice drive here engineered by Luke.
Yeah, this is kind of us being us, and we need to do a little more of that, playing at our pace and our tempo. The whole thing started with a bad penalty on the punt return that started this, or we'd have been down there closer with a better chance. Thought we executed fairly well on this drive and gave ourselves a chance, but it was too little too late.
Luke goes 12 of 16 through the air in his work, also ran for 43 yards in this game. We'll come up here in a minute to the 4th and 4 play that'll end the game with just a second or two on the clock, but it was up until the point you got it down inside the red zone. It was a really impressive bit of work by your offense.
Yeah, again, we should have never been in this situation, and we need to flip the script on a lot of these things and be a little more disciplined and execute a little bit better so we're not in these situations. I give a ton of credit to them. I think by the end of the year that their defense will probably be the top-ranked defense in our league. They've given us fits 2 years in a row, but we moved the ball plenty well to have enough points to win in that game.
21-13 in the final. When we come back, we'll have our Sounds of Saturday. That's next. Those again are our Hy-Vee Sounds of Saturday. Huskers will be home this next week to take on Penn State. Coach, have a good week of prep, and let's go beat those Lions next Saturday.
Yeah, we can't wait to get back on the field again. Only way to get better is to keep getting out on the field and playing, and can't wait for Saturday.
We're back here next week to check out the action from that game here on the High Bid Husker Football Show.